Back again, and in today's video I wanted to touch on the oscillators versus time frames and how the oscillators move when you change your time frame. So basically, let me set my vertical line here right in front of my current price, so candle. So basically, let's see how these oscillators move once we navigate amongst time frames. You can realize that my momentum wave is in the negatives right now, and I'm on a 4-hour time frame. So let's see what happens when I switch from one time frame to another time frame. You can realize that money flow is also in the negative. So what happens to price? Price is falling down. That is on a 4-hour time frame. So let's go to the 3-hour and see what happens. On a 3-hour, you can realize that our vertical line is still where we set. It was still where we position in the 4-hour time frame, but on a 3-hour time frame, you can realize that the oscillators are moving. They are moving. So let's go to the 2-hour time frame. All right, so in the 2-hour time frame, we don't see much changes, but you realize that momentum is heading down. Let's go to the 1-hour time frame. On the 1 hour, you can realize that we're still in the negative territories, and we've plummeted deeply into the negative territories with a bearish sign here, which is a bearish indicator, the red dot. Let's go to the 45 minutes time frame. Then still on the 45 minutes time frame, you can realize the money flow is still in the negative and momentum is still in the negative. So what have we learned from this? We realize that once we navigate from 4-hour to 3-hour to 2-hour to 1 hour, majority of our oscillators are in the negative territories. So on the 4-hour, we have a negative movement based on our oscillators movement. On the 3-hour, we had another movement in the negative. On the 2-hour, we had another movement in the negative. On the 1 hour, let's try the 45 minutes and see what happens. Sorry, the 30 minutes. And still in the 30 minutes, you can realize that we are still in the negative territory. So what do we learn from this? You could realize that majority of our oscillators are in the negative. So what does it say? It means price, or the price of the asset that we are trying to trade, which is Bitcoin, is bearish, right? So you can realize that our candles are still dropping in the negative territories. Why? It's because most of our oscillators are in the negatives, right? So and you know that the direction of your oscillators influences the direction of price. Price responds to the very direction of your oscillator. So if you want to trade, you have to test all, not necessarily all the time frames, but try and find biases by more or less like navigating among several time frames, from higher time frames to, let's say, the lower time frame. Not necessarily the lowest of the lowest, but let's say from 4 hour to, let's say, 30 minutes, to find the overall overall direction. Means you are trying to find the perfect direction. You understand? Like, not the ultimate direction, but you have to be sure about the overall direction before you enter a trade. In most cases, sometimes if you are not trying to scalp, you have to, let's say, find the overall direction to know where price is heading towards. So once we navigate amongst all the time frames, you can realize that price is still bearish, or sorry, the asset is still bearish. So this is the best time to long. You understand? Like, sorry, short. And it could have been from this side. If you were probably taking a shot from this side, that would have been the best shot. But right now, maybe we could form a bullish side pattern, and price probably go up, or maybe momentum will probably curve up, or money flow will probably curve up like this. So if you want to be sure about your trades using Market Cipher, basically you have to navigate sometimes among all time frames. But if you want to scalp, you have to use lower time frames, because the oscillators move differently or faster in lower time frames. The more you navigate amongst the lower time frames, the faster the oscillators. When I say the faster the oscillators, the oscillators move in accordance to time. So if it moves, let's say, like this under 1 hour, 1 minute, it probably moves like this. You understand? So there's more or less like enough movement in the lower time frames than in the higher time frames. So kind of like price tends to respond heavily, or not necessarily heavily. Price responds to the very direction of your oscillators, the very direction. If the direction is negative, price falls. If the direction is positive, price goes up. So basically, the overall direction that we navigated from 4 hour to 1 hour to the 10 minutes shows that price has been bearish, or the asset has been bearish. That's why the price of Bitcoin is falling. So if you're new to this channel, the script that I'm using is called Market Cipher. I was a former server moderator and also consultant for this trading company. And if you want to join the Discord as well, the link is also in the description. Market Cipher is by far one of the best trading scripts. It's owned by a guy called CryptoPhase. He's on YouTube, one of the best traders online. And I'm glad to be fronting this company or this product or this script. It works very easily, and I'm here to help people who are new to trading understand the very concept of trading using Market Cipher. So people, you can like, share, comment, let me know what you think. So until then, have a nice time. Peace.